New European Union Ambassador to CARICOM acknowledges negative impact of labeling some CARICOM countries as non-cooperative tax jurisdictions. CARICOM is assured it will not be left exposed with the formal departure of the United Kingdom from the European Union. And Trinidad and Tobago and CARICOM solidified diplomatic relations. Welcome to this week's episode of the CARICOM Newsstand. I'm Tusanki English Francis. Thank you for joining us. The Caribbean community has been assured that the formal departure of the United Kingdom from the European Union will not leave the Caribbean exposed.
At the end of 2020, the United Kingdom formally left the European Union. This is an occurrence which we in the European Union regret deeply, but this is the choice of the UK people, and we, of course, respect it. Let me make it clear that the departure of the UK from the EU will not leave the Caribbean exposed. We will continue to be a strong partner to the region. We will have to be strategic in our collective vision as we strive to build an even more resilient region in areas such as climate action through our Green Deal, digitalization, sustainable growth and jobs, migration, governance, peace and security.
CARICOM Secretary General Ambassador Erwin LaRocque accredited Her Excellency Margojata Vizowiska as new ambassador of the European Union to CARICOM on Wednesday, January 20th, when she described the new ethos of the CARICOM-EU relations post-Brexit.
We are entering a new, crucial phase in our relationship. Soon, the Cotonou Agreement, in which our partnership has been grounded, will be replaced by a new, more comprehensive cooperation framework. The new agreement allows preserving key components of the Cotonou Acquis whilst deepening our partnerships at regional level. The length it has taken for the post-Cotonou negotiations to conclude is also a reflection of the high level of engagement and importance given by all sides to the new cooperation framework. Carving out a Caribbean pillar in the new agreement will allow us to better focus our attention and resources to those key areas of common interest we have identified, to address them jointly and decisively. It will allow the European Union and the Caribbean community to play a more strategic global role and jointly address a number of global challenges, including climate change and security. Having reached this crucial moment, it is my pleasure to underline that the EU remains fully committed to supporting regional integration processes when it is in the interest of the partner countries to advance in this ambitious political endeavor.
The ambassador also shared details about the new EU financial instrument for cooperation called Neighborhood Development and International Cooperation Instrument, through which it hopes to strengthen political and economic cooperation with Latin America and the Caribbean. Ambassador Vizowiska says she is looking forward to working with CARICOM partners towards the successful implementation of the Economic Partnership Agreement and of ongoing programs in regional integration, climate change, crime and security, education and health, including vaccination, to name a few. Ambassador LaRocque said he is also looking forward to forging closer ties with the region's leading development partner.
The EU has been our leading partner in providing technical cooperation and assistance for more than 40 years. In that time, we have benefited from the development of our human resources, institutional capacity, regional integration, climate change and security, but to mention only a few. Most importantly, the programs and projects conducted under the European Development Fund over the years have been of immense value. They have allowed us to make significant strides in our efforts to integrate our community, particularly with regard to the CARICOM single market and economy. This continues as we seek to implement a program under the 11th EDF entitled Strengthening the Framework for CARICOM Integration and Cooperation Process Program. The EU has also made available significant resources to aid the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic in the region. The timely provision of funds to the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARFA, enable the acquisition of sorely needed equipment and testing supplies. And I might add, more recently, the ability to make a down payment by some of our member states to the COVAX facility for vaccines. Very, very much appreciated and needed. Also, our member state, Haiti, has also received substantial assistance from the EU to help in its efforts to control the spread of the virus.
New Ambassador of the European Union to CARICOM, Her Excellency Margojata Wizowiska, has acknowledged the negative impact EU's labeling some CARICOM countries as non-cooperative tax jurisdiction has had and has pledged to work with EU member states to overcome this challenge. Ambassador Wizowiska's acknowledgement preceded a call from the CARICOM Secretary General, Ambassador Erwin Leroux, for the European Union to desist from this harmful practice during a virtual ceremony on the 20th of January, when he accredited her as new EU ambassador to CARICOM. The CARICOM Secretary General told Ambassador Wizowiska that CARICOM would like to pursue a mutually collaborative engagement towards the shared goals of effective tax governance and combating money laundering and terrorism financing. Ambassador Wizowiska said she recognized the timing and the global context has exacerbated the consequences EU blacklisting has had on some CARICOM countries, triggering resolute solidarity reactions across the region.
I will strive to pass on to our member states the concerns of the Caribbean, truly believing that we will find ways to overcome this and to look at the opportunities of our cooperation. I will be inspired in my endeavor by the words that you have put in a recent speech. All families have disagreements, but the ties that bind them are never broken. It is that family spirit of togetherness and determination that will get us through this exceptional time.
During the ceremony, CARICOM Secretary General advocated for the EU support on CARICOM's appeal for financial institutions to apply a universal vulnerability index to determine access to concessional development financing instead of GDP per capita. He said the urgency of concessional financing is exacerbated by the economic ravages of the COVID-19 pandemic, which have resulted in revenue losses between 30 to 40% in some member states.
Revenue losses associated with the virus average between 30 to 40%. The International Monetary Fund has forecast an average decline of 13% for the region, but some CARICOM countries will experience a decline as high as 20%. And it is projected that recovery will be slow. Exacerbating that situation is the inability of our member states to access critically needed development finance due to the use of GDP per capita as a principal criterion for such access. Indeed, that criterion has even prevented most of our member states from benefiting from the financial assistance in acquiring vaccines for the pandemic. I'm referring to the criteria in the COVAX facility. Of course, you have graciously assisted us, all our member states. We believe that vulnerability is a much more applicable criterion than GDP per capita. We strongly advocate that a universal vulnerability index be designed as a measure to determine access to concessional development financing.
Trinidad and Tobago and CARICOM have solidified diplomatic relations as a new ambassador of the Twin Island Republic. Her Excellency Francis Signore was accredited to the community on Thursday, January 21st, 2021. The new ambassador said CARICOM's milestone successes have been predicated on a unified, coordinated approach to integration, which is aimed always to redound to the socio-economic benefit of the people of CARICOM.
The community holds a very special place for Trinidad and Tobago, as illustrated by the signing of the constituent document, the Treaty of Chaguaramas. As this new year dawns, so too do opportunities to move to new heights. The dynamic leadership of the last 47.5 years has positioned our small states admirably, proudly in the global arena. In the last 10 months, our community, like the world at large, has faced challenges unprecedented in our century. On this, and other priorities on CARICOM's agenda, our leaders continue to chart the best way forward for progress at the domestic and regional levels, building on intra-CARICOM collaboration, as well as engagement with old and new partners in the international sphere.
In accepting her letters of credence as Trinidad and Tobago ambassador to CARICOM, CARICOM Secretary General Ambassador Erwin LaRocque lauded Trinidad and Tobago's role in regional integration, punctuated by many contributions, including its hosting of the signing ceremony of the Treaty of Chaguaramas, the founding treaty of CARICOM, and its leadership in the CARICOM Quasi-Cabinet on matters of regional security and energy.
Trinidad and Tobago has continuously raised the profile of security issues of concern to CARICOM in regional, hemispheric, and international fora. Security cooperation is one of the 4 pillars of our integration, and we have built an impressive architecture in this sphere based on the leadership provided by Trinidad and Tobago. There is also an array of legal instruments in support. These include the Advanced Passenger Information System and the Advanced Cargo Information System, both of which are managed by the CARICOM Implementation Agency for Crime and Security, a critical institution in our security arrangements. Trinidad and Tobago also has the lead responsibility for energy, another sector of utmost importance to the community. As we seek to build our resilience to mitigate the effects of climate change, the development of renewable energy is a crucial element.
In welcoming Ambassador Francis to the CARICOM Committee of Ambassadors, he explained that she will have a central role in advancing implementation at the national level of decisions of the organs of the community, as well as in the finalization and implementation of the new CARICOM strategic plan. The Secretary General expressed confidence in the new envoy's experience as she assumes her new role as Trinidad and Tobago's ambassador to CARICOM.
I am confident that the experience gained during your former career, including at high rank in your country's public service, will be of benefit to you in your latest service to country and region. Also, I cannot help but state you are no stranger to the CARICOM family, having been a member of staff of the Secretariat previously. You have already clearly demonstrated your experience and grasp of the issues last week when you very successfully chaired meetings of the Budget Committee and the CARICOM Committee of Ambassadors and co-chaired with me the joint meeting of the CCA and regional institutions.
As CARICOM member states conveyed their congratulations to the new U.S. administration, Prime Minister Gaston Brown of Antigua and Barbuda has written to President Joe Biden expressing delight that the United States will rejoin the Paris Agreement. In an early communication as chair of the Alliance of Small Island States, AOSIS, for the period 2020 to 2022, Prime Minister Brown reiterated the threat climate change poses to the survival of the 44 small island and low-lying coastal development states of the AOSIS grouping. Prime Minister Brown told President Biden that the alliance is confident he will agree that reducing and eliminating the causes of climate change must remain a priority for each nation's effort. The Prime Minister also highlighted the importance of a mechanism for global financial flows, including through international financial institutions, to be adjusted to ensure that every country is served according to its needs. He told President Biden that it is important for resources to be allocated for adaptation, allowing the most vulnerable countries to adapt to present and future negative conditions of climate change. For more stories, you can visit the CARICOM news site at today.caricom.org or the CARICOM website at caricom.org. Like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time.